Yeah, this is a tournament that we've seen before, watched from afar by television. We're excited to be a part of it, and although we've already took a pretty lengthy trip, we're excited to get back and be a participant in this tournament because we believe it's a fantastic tournament. It's a great field, and it's a field that is going to be highly competitive, but also a field that's going to help prepare us for the rest of this season to face some of the many challenges that we're going to face.
Coach, you mentioned the trip to China that you guys made. These early season tests on the road to these faraway locations, how do you think it'll benefit the team moving forward?
I don't know. We'll be able to adjust to different times. That's for sure. But it's so different. This tournament is more like maybe the Pac-12 tournament at the end of the year because you're going to play consecutive days. You got to be prepared to go out without being able to spend a whole lot of quality time preparing for your next opponent, that sort of thing. So that helps. But the China trip, this trip, does not necessarily prepare us for the type of games we're going to play in conference. You play 2 games on the road normally, or you play 2 games at home. So it's a entirely different setup. But the level of competition is what will help prepare us for the future.
I know the team has been in transition the past few years. That's been well documented. But for this particular group, I know there's a lot of new young guys coming in. How does a tournament like this prepare them moving forward?
Like I said, the preparation, you have to prepare for different teams. You're going to see different looks. You're going to see different systems. But then at the end of the year, when we are a participant in our own tournament, we can look back at this and remember how we prepared for this type of tournament with consecutive games being played. I don't know if I answered your question, but thought that's what you asked me.
Lorenzo, to play in China and come back to make this long trip, I know young guys bounce back pretty quick from injuries and from jet lag. Any sense of how they're doing with all this travel and going back and forth?
Up to this point, if we had a list where boxes where we had to check them off, things that we needed to be able to do, I would say we've been able to check off each box. We were able to travel long distance as a younger team, with the exception of our senior leader, Andrew, and play against a quality opponent and come out and do a pretty good job, and then flying back all that distance, come back and play with a high level of intensity in 2 games and not have a let-up. So if that is consistent, then I would anticipate we would come here and do the same thing. So right now we have not let anything stand in the way of what we're trying to do, and we haven't used anything as an excuse. Our guys have been very resilient, and they just kind of look at what's the next challenge. Let's go.
This series hasn't been played since '06. A lot of fans, obviously, on both sides of Gonzaga and Washington, love to see it back. Can you take us through how it got there? I think you and Mark might have had a meeting at USA Basketball a couple of years ago, and how it progressed from there.
Out of the 1 billion times that people have asked me when we were going to resume the series, I've said all along that at some point we would resume the series. So I remember when we first broke off, we were in the Pac-12, then at the time Pac-10 versus Big 12 Challenge. And we were kind of playing sometimes home and home games with them. So our schedule began to change, and that's when we broke it up. Now it's opened up a lot more, and that's when we began to talk about resuming the series.
For either of the players, can you talk about the adjustment of shooting in this environment with the indoor ceilings and the lighting, how different it is, and if it takes an adjustment for a player to do that?
I wouldn't say so much of an adjustment, just time in the gym. I think for this tournament, they've given us more time than a lot of tournaments in the past to be able to shoot, kind of just get acclimated to the situation that you're in. So I think just adjusting to the ceiling and everything, that's not that big of a problem. I mean, because you play in an arena with a backdrop and everything, so you're kind of used to seeing the hoop from a closer distance than what it normally looks like. But so I don't really think it's too big of an adjustment.
That's coming from a guy that can shoot.
Andrew, being the senior leader on the team, how does a trip this early in the season help with the bonding of this group?
I think it just gives us a test early, which always helps bring teams together. Whenever you face tough opponents or in a big tournament or a big game, you kind of get to see what the guys are made of, what yourself is made of. So anytime you get an opportunity like this, just helps bring the team together because you're playing somebody where you need to be together to get a win.
DeJounte.
How big was the win in Texas to get this started off?
It was pretty big for us, but we prepared for it a lot. As Coach says, preparation is everything. And starting back before we left, we prepared right, and we got there, we prepared, we did everything we were supposed to do. And Coach just told us if we go out and work hard, how we compete and practice, starting with practice, it'll translate to the game. So I feel like that was a big win. But we're on to the next and taking it one game at a time now.
For either player, haven't been around the program. I know it's early for you, but you've been with the Huskies for several years. Probably hear a lot of chatter about Gonzaga and your program and starting this again. How big a deal is it for the players?
I mean, I feel like it's a big deal, because we're both in, the state of Washington. So it's definitely a rivalry game. We're just, there's not much to say. I just feel like, we don't got to listen to what anybody says. There's going to be people talking bad, people talking good. So, I mean, we're just ready to go out and play.
For me, I just look at it as another opponent. I feel like although it is Gonzaga, and I know it's a big rivalry, if we look at it for bigger than what it is, then we'll kind of get carried away and come out not playing how we're supposed to play. So I think if we just look at it as a regular game, just another opponent in the way, then we can come out with our same focus and just try and prepare the best and play a good game.
What do you like about all the young guys?
Man, just like a fresh start. I mean, everything's just new. It's just fun to watch them grow. I was talking to Coach the other day when we were walking to film. We've come such a long way from just where we started, and then it's only 3 games into the season. So just looking forward to just down the road and just seeing how far they still have to go, just how much better they can get.
Lorenzo, can you talk about the infusion of all the youth and kind of the mistakes you might live with, what you saw in recruiting for you're seeing out on the floor? You got to kind of write out some things to see all the good that comes out too, right?
Every now and then you have a player that goes out and tries to play the right way and plays hard, and you live with their mistakes because you know where their heart is and what they're trying to accomplish. So you don't just take them out for every mistake because you know the good is going to outweigh the bad, and that's how I feel about our new guys. They come out every day and try to give it their all, and we're going to make mistakes, and as the year progresses, we'll make fewer and fewer mistakes, but we try to encourage them to go out and play and try not to feel restricted, but go play and try to learn from your mistakes. I think the biggest thing we may get on our guys about is if there's a lack of effort or things that they already know that they don't execute. Aside from that, they've been so compliant. They've shown to be character guys that it's just been refreshing to be able to coach a group like that. So, people joke with me and say, if you had hair, you'd probably be pulling it all out with these guys. And I say, nope, not at all. Because of their attitudes, this is a fun group to coach.
You're getting up and down. I think you're pressing full court, kind of what it was, I think probably truer to the philosophy you had for years, right?
Yeah, we're back to playing the way that we want to be able to play, the way that the years that we've been successful. This is how we were successful with this approach.
Andrew, keys against Gonzaga. What do you have to get done to be successful?
Well, I mean, we're facing one of the top front courts in the country, so I think we can just slow them down. We know that they're really good, so we can't completely shut them down. But if we slow them down, we'll have a pretty good chance. And then just play our game. We can't get caught up into anything the media says. just about us, about them. If we just come in with a focus and just follow our scouts, I think we can be all right.
Now, that's a veteran right there. He didn't tell you what the scout was.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't expect it.
No, no, yeah.
Say John.
Good job, Drew.
Like he said, we're just gonna go out and play hard, play our game, and don't listen to what the media say. Let's go play our game.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you.